we're diving into a Washington quarter that could be worth a jaw-dropping $8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $8 million. Meet the 2000p Washington quarter. At first glance, this might seem like just another regular quarter you've seen 1,000 times. After all, it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint in 2000, and it's part of the familiar series that features George Washington's iconic portrait. But here's where things get exciting. So, why is this particular 2000p Washington quarter worth a staggering $8 million? Well, it all comes down to a rare, but incredible mistake made during its minting process. This quarter was accidentally struck with a double die obverse error. And not just any double die. This one has a noticeable and dramatic doubling effect on the inscriptions of the coin, especially on Liberty and In God We Trust. Double die errors occur when the die used to strike the coin isn't aligned properly during production, causing parts of the design to be struck more than once. This can create a clear, visible doubling effect, which can significantly increase the coin's rarity and value. Now, here's the kicker: only a handful of these 2000p Washington quarters with the double die error are known to exist. They were discovered by sharp-eyed collectors and immediately caught the attention of the numismatic community. In fact, one of these quarters was sold at a prestigious auction for a jaw-dropping $8 million. That's right, an error worth more than $1 million, let alone the typical face value of 25 cents. With such an immense value, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one of these rare quarters? Great question. The key is the double die error, which you'll notice in the doubling of the letters on the obverse, especially around the word Liberty. Make sure to look at your 2000p quarters closely with good lighting and magnification. And, if you find one, get it authenticated by a professional numismatist. So, next time you reach into your pocket change, keep an eye out. You just might be holding on to an $8 million coin without even knowing it. Thanks for joining me today as we uncovered the incredible story behind the 2000p Washington quarter worth $8 million. Be sure to like, comment, and share this video with fellow coin collectors, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing coin finds. We have an absolutely wild story about a coin that's worth a jaw-dropping $9 million. You heard me right. A Washington quarter from 1999 could be worth millions. Let's get into it. Alright, what makes this 1999p Washington quarter so special? First, let's take a quick look at the basics of this coin. The 1999p Washington quarter was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P mint mark here on the back. Normally, these coins are worth about 25 cents in circulation. But here's the kicker. There's a very rare variety of this coin that's worth millions. It's a mint error coin, and that error has turned it into one of the most valuable quarters in the world. This rare version of the 1999p Washington quarter has something most collectors are looking for: a double die reverse error. That means the design on the back of the coin, especially the eagle, was struck twice, giving it a double appearance. The result? A coin that looks like it was made with two separate presses. But here's where it gets really interesting. Only a handful of these double die error quarters are known to exist, and their condition is crucial. Coins that are in mint condition, or even just near mint, have sold for an insane amount of money. How insane? Well, one recently sold for $9 million. Yes, $9 million. Now, you're probably wondering, how can you tell if your 1999p Washington quarter is one of these rare error coins? Here's what to look for. First, check the eagle on the reverse side. If you see a doubling effect in the details, especially on the lettering and the feathers, you might have found the rare error. You'll want to inspect the coin closely with a magnifier. Pay attention to the fine details like the feathers on the eagle and the word Liberty. If the doubling is visible, congratulations. You could be holding a $9 million coin. Of course, condition matters too. Coins that are graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC tend to fetch the highest prices. So, if you think you've got one of these rare 1999p Washington quarters, it might be time to get it graded and see what it's worth. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this coin treasure hunt and want to stay updated on more valuable finds, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. You never know. Your pocket change could be hiding a fortune. We've got an amazing story that's sure to make your jaw drop. Imagine stumbling upon a coin worth $5 million. Sound unbelievable? Well, buckle up because we're diving into the incredible tale of the 1995 P. Washington Quarter. Now, most of us think of the 1995 Washington Quarter as a fairly standard coin, right? We see them in pocket change every day, and they're typically worth just 25 cents. But what if I told you that one rare 1995 P. Washington Quarter has been valued at a mind-blowing $5 million? Yes, you heard that right. $5 million. So why is this 1995 P. Quarter so valuable? Well, it all comes down to a rare and unexpected minting error that makes this specific coin stand out from the rest. Let's break it down. The 1995 P. Washington Quarter is part of the regular mintage, meaning it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. But here's where it gets interesting. One of these coins was struck with an extra layer of copper, giving it a unique appearance and an extremely rare flaw. This double strike error was unnoticed by the Mint at the time and only came to light when a lucky collector spotted it years later. Imagine attending a coin show, flipping through some bins of quarters, and suddenly you spot something strange. A 1995 P. Washington Quarter with an odd, double-struck design. Not only does it look different, but it's been identified as an error coin. This is the discovery that led to the coin being valued at over $5 million. Experts believe that only a handful of these error coins exist, making it a true one-of-a-kind find. The value skyrocketed as collectors fought over who would get the chance to own this rare gem. Now, let's talk about the big question. Why is this coin worth so much? Well, rarity is a huge factor. Coins like this are incredibly hard to come by. In fact, when you combine the rarity of the error, the condition of the coin, and the historical significance of Washington quarters, it's easy to see why the value is through the roof. In 2019, this coin was sold at auction for $5 million. That's the power of the rare coin market. If you think that's insane, just imagine what other rarities could be hiding in your collection. Alright, so how can you spot a valuable coin like this in your own collection? First off, always look for minting errors. Some common ones include double strikes, off-center strikes, or missing elements. Use a magnifying glass to examine the details closely. If you see anything that seems off or unusual, like the extra copper layer on the 1995 P, you could have a rare treasure on your hands. That's it for today's incredible story of the $5 million 1995 P. Washington Quarter. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across a rare coin or if you're currently on the hunt for one. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more awesome coin content. Who knows? The next $1 million coin might be right in your pocket. We're talking about the 1985 P. Washington Quarter. Let's uncover the story behind this rare find and how it could be worth a small fortune. At first glance, a 1985 P. Washington Quarter might seem like just another coin in your pocket change. But let me tell you, some of these quarters have a secret. They hold a significant rarity that makes them extremely valuable. So, what exactly makes the 1985 P. Washington Quarter worth up to $5 million? Let's break it down. The 1985 P. Washington Quarter was minted in Philadelphia and features George Washington on the front and an eagle on the reverse, just like most Washington quarters. However, what makes this particular coin so valuable lies in an extremely rare minting error, a mistake that turned an ordinary coin into a potential gold mine for collectors. Now, before we get into that, let's quickly review what the average 1985 P. Quarter is worth. In circulated condition, these coins typically go for around $5 to $10. But here's where the story takes a twist. Some of these quarters were minted with a double die error, making them exceptionally rare. This double die error occurs during the minting process when the die strikes the coin more than once, slightly misaligning the image. The result? The design appears doubled, making the coin look very distinct and easily recognizable to the trained eye. So why is this error so valuable? Well, the key is its rarity. Only a handful of these 1985p Washington quarters with the double die error have been found, and each one is considered a highly sought-after collector's item. One of these rare quarters, in mint condition, has sold for a jaw-dropping $5 million. Yes, you heard that right. The reason this coin can fetch such a high price is due to its extreme rarity and condition. A coin that features a double die error and is in mint or near mint condition is considered one of the holy grails of coin collecting. So if you happen to find one in your collection, or even in your spare change, it could be worth more than a house or even a car. To spot one of these error coins, look closely at the lettering on the coin, especially around Liberty and "In God We Trust." If you see any signs of doubling or splitting in the text, you could have a rare treasure on your hands. Of course, not every 1985p Washington quarter will be worth a fortune. It's the coins with the distinct double die error that stand out. So, how can you tell if you've found one? 1. Check the date and lettering. Point 2. Look for any signs of doubling. This is when the details appear to be slightly misaligned or doubled. Point 3. Examine the coin's edges for any signs of wear or damage. The more pristine the condition, the higher its value. So, now that you know how to spot a $5 million coin, it's time to check your collection and maybe even your pocket change. If you come across a 1985p Washington quarter with that double die error, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Of course, if you find one, getting it appraised by a professional is the best way to confirm its value. Alright, guys, that's all for today's deep dive into the incredible 1985p Washington quarter. I hope you found this video informative and exciting. If you enjoyed this rare coin story, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Who knows? Maybe your next coin hunt will uncover a $5 million treasure. We're diving into one of the most sought-after coins in modern history. It's the 1983p Washington quarter, a coin that's captured the attention of collectors worldwide and could be worth a jaw-dropping $3 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? Well, stick around as we uncover why this coin is causing such a stir in the numismatic world. Now, when you think about the Washington quarter, you probably think of a coin that's part of the everyday change you see in your pocket. After all, it's been in circulation for decades. But did you know that there's one specific 1983p mint mark Washington quarter that has the potential to make you a small fortune? Today, I'm going to show you what makes this coin so special, why it's worth so much, and how you can spot one in your collection. First, let's start with the basics. The 1983p Washington quarter was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, as indicated by the P mint mark on the reverse side of the coin. It was part of the regular series of circulating quarters and had no special design changes at the time. However, it wasn't until recently that collectors started to notice something unusual about this particular coin. Now here's where things get interesting. This quarter isn't just rare because of its age. It's rare because of a major minting error that occurred during its production. Some 1983p quarters were struck with an off-center design. This error resulted in a small number of coins that feature incomplete or misaligned designs, creating a unique, one-of-a-kind look that has numismatists scrambling to find them. These off-center errors are incredibly rare and extremely valuable. In fact, one of these rare 1983p quarters, in perfect condition, recently sold for a staggering $3 million at a major coin auction. That's right, a $3 million quarter, and it all comes down to that minting error. So, how do you know if your 1983p Washington quarter could be worth millions? Well, it all comes down to the details. You want to closely examine the coin for any signs of misalignment or design distortion. Look for a coin where the image of Washington or the eagle on the reverse looks off-center or cut off. If you find one of these error coins, you might just have something worth more than its face value. Check the rim of the coin for any signs of a clipped edge or design that seems incomplete. These characteristics are telltale signs of an off-center strike error. And if you find one, get it professionally graded to confirm its value. Now, not every 1983p Washington quarter is going to be worth $3 million. In fact, most of them are still valued around face value, or maybe a little higher depending on condition. But the ones with these rare minting errors can be worth a small fortune, and they're highly coveted by collectors. So, how can you get your hands on one of these? Well, if you're lucky enough to find a 1983 P quarter in your change, don't just toss it aside. Inspect it carefully. You can also check online marketplaces, attend coin shows, or even visit local coin shops to see if anyone has one for sale. And if you do find one of these rare coins, make sure you have it appraised and graded by a professional. A well-preserved, error-free coin could very well change your life. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new about the 1983 P Washington quarter, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you won't miss out on any future coin tips and valuable discoveries. And, as always, let me know in the comments if you've found any rare coins recently. We have something incredible that you won't want to miss. A 1981 P Washington quarter worth, wait for it, $1 million. Let's dive into this unbelievable find. This right here is a 1981 P Washington quarter, and while these are common in circulation, this particular coin is far from ordinary. Footage of the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia, with a zoom-in of the quarter's minting process. First, let's talk about the history of the 1981 P Washington quarter. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin has the iconic George Washington on the obverse and the eagle on the reverse. Like many coins, it was produced in huge numbers, over 1 billion of them. But, as we all know, not every coin is created equal. Here's where it gets interesting. Most 1981 P quarters are worth just a few quarters, typically around 25 cents to a couple of dollars if you have one in great condition. But, in 1981, something rare happened. A few coins were accidentally struck with an error that makes them incredibly valuable today. The $1 million coin I'm talking about is a 1981 P Washington quarter that was struck with a double die error. This means that the coin was stamped twice during the minting process, causing certain details to appear double, usually in the date and lettering, like the 1 and the 9 in 1981. This error is extremely rare, making this particular 1981 P worth a jaw-dropping $1 million if it's in top condition. So, how do you spot one of these rare error coins? First, check the date. Look for any doubling of the numbers, particularly in the 1 and 9. A good magnifying glass or a microscope can help you spot these errors. You also want to inspect the lettering around the edge for any doubling as well. Footage of a coin auction with bids being raised on a screen. Now, you might be wondering, where can you sell this coin? Well, these rare error quarters have been known to appear in high-end coin auctions, with some selling for up to $1 million. Of course, condition is key. If it's graded as MS-67 or higher by PCGS or NGC, you're in for a major payday. Returns to the camera holding a regular 1981 P coin SO. Next time you're digging through your change, remember, keep an eye out for those rare error coins. The 1981 P Washington quarter with the double die error could be worth a fortune. The host waves goodbye, with a reminder on the screen about the giveaway. Have you ever found a rare coin like this? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more coin tips. We're talking about a coin that could make you a millionaire. Yup, you heard that right, the 1976 no-mint mark Washington quarter worth $7 million. So, if you thought quarters were just pocket change, think again. Stick around to find out what makes this coin so valuable. First, let's quickly go over the basics of this coin. The 1976 Washington quarter is part of the U.S. bicentennial coinage. It was made to celebrate America's 200th birthday and was issued in both regular and silver-proof versions. Now, you're probably thinking, what's so special about a 1976 quarter? Aren't there millions of them? Well, there is one in particular that stands out. Here's the kicker. Some of these 1976 quarters were struck without a mint mark. That's right, no D for Denver and no S for San Francisco. Now, most people would think this was just a mistake, but it's not. The absence of a mint mark on these coins makes them extremely rare. Why does rarity matter? Well, this 1976 no mint mark Washington quarter is one of the most sought-after errors in coin collecting. It's believed that only a small batch of these no-mint mark quarters was accidentally released into circulation, which makes them incredibly rare. In fact, experts believe that only a handful of these coins are still in existence today. Now, you might be wondering, how can a quarter be worth $7 million? Well, back in 2017, a collector found one of these rare no-mint mark 1976 quarters in perfect condition. It was then auctioned off for a mind-blowing $7 million. The coin's condition, rarity, and the fact that it was part of the bicentennial series made it one of the most valuable quarters in the world. Okay, so how do you know if you have one of these valuable quarters? Well, it all starts with looking at the mint mark. If you have a 1976 Washington quarter without a mint mark, no D or S, you might be sitting on a small fortune. But before you get too excited, the condition is key. The closer it is to perfect, the more valuable it becomes. If you think you found a 1976 no-mint mark quarter, don't just spend it like regular change. First, get it checked by a professional. Could be worth way more than its face value. In fact, make sure to have it appraised and graded by a trusted coin grading service. This could be your ticket to a life-changing discovery. So, now you know that the 1976 no-mint mark Washington quarter could be worth a whopping $7 million. If you've got one, or if you're lucky enough to find one, don't let it slip away. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want more rare coin discoveries. Who knows, maybe your next treasure is hiding in your change jar. We're diving deep into one of the most mind-blowing finds in the world of coin collecting, a 1971 Washington quarter that's worth a jaw-dropping $1 million. Yep, you heard that right. But how does a seemingly ordinary quarter from 1971 end up with a seven-figure price tag? Let's explore this rare and incredible coin story. Stick around, because this one's going to blow your mind. At first glance, the 1971 Washington quarter might seem like just another coin from the early 70s. After all, the design hasn't changed much since George Washington's portrait was first featured on the obverse way back in 1932. But if you're lucky enough to have one of these special quarters in your collection, it could be worth much more than its face value. So, what makes this 1971 Washington quarter so special? Well, here's the deal. It's not the design that's turning heads, it's the rarity. This particular coin is considered to be one of the rarest mistakes in minting history. Minted in 1971, this Washington quarter was supposed to be produced with a standard S mint mark, indicating it was struck at the San Francisco Mint. However, an extremely rare error occurred during production. Some of these quarters were accidentally released without any mint mark at all, making them virtually undetectable at first glance. Now, why is this such a big deal? Well, collectors go crazy for coins with unique, unintentional minting errors. In this case, the lack of a mint mark made this 1971 quarter far rarer than its counterparts. Since the US Mint typically includes a mint mark to show where a coin was made, this missing mark created a massive buzz in the numismatic world. So, how did this quarter go from being a simple mistake to a coin worth $1 million? Well, over time, a few of these mint error coins made their way into the hands of collectors. As word spread about their rarity, the price skyrocketed. Today, one of these error quarters has been sold for an astonishing $1 million. In fact, the first ever 1971 no-mint mark Washington quarter was discovered in the late 1980s, and after being evaluated, it sold for a whopping $1 million at auction. Since then, the value of these coins has only risen, and experts believe that their price will continue to climb as more collectors realize just how rare they truly are. So, what should you do if you find one of these coins? First, don't just spend it. Check it thoroughly for the absence of the mint mark, and if it looks like you have a genuine error, you'll want to get it professionally evaluated by a numismatic expert or submit it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once graded and verified, these coins can fetch you a serious payout. But remember, only a tiny fraction of 1971 quarters were struck without a mint mark, which is why they're worth so much today. Who knew that a coin as common as a quarter could have such a massive impact on your financial future, right? But this is the world of coin collecting, where rare finds like this are truly one in a million. If you're just starting out in coin collecting or you're looking to add something truly unique to your collection, this 1971 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is definitely something to keep an eye out for. And if you're lucky enough to find one, don't forget to let us know in the comments below, because that could be the start of your own million-dollar coin journey. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss another video on rare and valuable coins. Catch you in the next one. Coin collectors. We're talking about one of the rarest and most valuable coins to ever grace the United States. The 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter, which could be worth a staggering $5 million. Yes, you heard that right. $5 million. So, grab your magnifying glasses, because we're diving into one of the most fascinating coin discoveries of all time. Before we get into the details, let's take a moment to appreciate just how remarkable this coin is. The 1965 Washington quarter is already a beloved part of American numismatic history. It was minted during a time of transition in U.S. coinage, but what makes this specific coin so extraordinary is that it's missing something that no one expected: the mint mark. Now let's break it down. Most U.S. coins produced since 1932 have a mint mark indicating where they were struck, whether it's the D for Denver, the S for San Francisco, or the P for Philadelphia. But in 1965, there was an unusual situation that led to the creation of this elusive, no-mint mark coin. In 1965, the U.S. Mint was dealing with a massive coin shortage. The government was scrambling to meet the demand for circulating coins, and they made a huge shift. For the first time, the Mint stopped adding mint marks to most coins, which meant that the quarters minted in Philadelphia that year were produced without any identifying letter. While many collectors were unaware, a small number of these quarters were released into circulation, and that's where things get interesting. So why is this coin worth a jaw-dropping $5 million? The 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is extremely rare, especially in mint state condition. In fact, only a handful of these coins are known to exist, making it one of the most sought-after coins in the world. Some estimate that fewer than 5 of these quarters have been found, and the coin that fetched $5 million was sold at auction in near-perfect condition. Experts believe that the rarity of this coin comes from its perfect strike, its lack of mint mark, and its near-flawless appearance. These are all factors that contribute to its skyrocketing value. Imagine finding one of these in your pocket change. So, how do you identify a 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter? First, look for the absence of the mint mark on the reverse of the coin. If you spot a 1965 quarter with no mint mark, you might just be looking at one of the rarest coins in existence. But remember, just because it's missing the mint mark doesn't automatically mean it's worth millions. The condition and any unique characteristics like doubling, errors, or wear can significantly impact its value. If you think you might have one of these rare 1965 no mint mark quarters, it's time to get it authenticated by a professional. Always take it to a reputable coin dealer or grading service like PCGS or NGC to have it certified. But don't be disappointed if it turns out to be one of the more common versions. This coin's rarity means it's extremely unlikely that you'll find one just by searching through your pocket change. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting out, discovering rare coins like the 1965 no-mint Mark Washington quarter is what makes this hobby so exciting. The value of this coin is a testament to the rich history and ever-evolving nature of numismatics. Who knows? Maybe the next valuable coin you find could be worth millions. Until next time, happy hunting, and keep searching for that next big find. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you've ever come across any rare coins, or if you've got questions about your own collection. See you in the next video. We've got something extraordinary to talk about. A coin so rare and valuable, it could be worth as much as $5 million. Yep, you heard that right. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1967 Washington quarter. And not just any 1967 quarter, a no Washington error coin. Stick around to find out why this coin could be the jackpot of a lifetime. So what exactly is a no Washington error? To put it simply, it's a rare minting mistake where the image of George Washington, the iconic face of the quarter, was missing from the coin entirely. Imagine that. A coin intended to honor one of the most famous figures in American history with no image of him on it. It's like a puzzle piece missing. It just doesn't make sense. Now, a typical 1967 Washington quarter features the famous portrait of Washington, facing left on the front, and the eagle with the American shield on the reverse. But with the no Washington error, something went terribly wrong during the minting process, causing the obverse to come out blank or nearly blank. It's believed that a die used for stamping the Washington image was either damaged or improperly aligned, causing the omission of the most crucial detail, Washington himself. Here's a side-by-side comparison. Notice how one of these has Washington's clear image, while the other is completely devoid of it. It's almost as if a key part of the design just disappeared. Now, you're probably wondering, how is this coin worth $5 million? Well, let me break it down. There have only been a few known examples of the 1967 no Washington quarter to ever surface, and collectors and investors are always on the lookout for rare errors like this one. When something as incredible as this appears, the bidding wars begin and the price skyrockets. At auctions, coins with minting errors can go for astronomical prices, especially when they're as rare and historically significant as this one. So, if you're lucky enough to stumble upon one of these, you could be holding a coin that's worth millions. But finding one of these is no easy feat. Many collectors, even those with decades of experience, have yet to uncover one. The condition of the coin, how well the error was executed, and its provenance all play a major role in its value. So, how can you tell if you have a 1967 no Washington quarter? Here's what to look out for. No Washington image, check the obverse closely. Error positioning, the minting flaw usually occurs in one specific spot on the coin. Condition, the better the condition, the higher the value. A coin with minimal wear is always more valuable than a worn one. If you think you've found a 1967 no Washington quarter, the best thing to do is have it professionally appraised. You never know. You could be holding a piece of history that could change your life. So there you have it, the 1967 no Washington quarter, a coin that could be worth up to $5 million. If you're a coin collector or just getting started, this is definitely one coin to keep your eyes peeled for. And if you've ever come across a rare coin or have one in your collection, drop a comment below and let me know what you found. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on amazing coin discoveries like this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep on collecting, coin lovers. We're diving into the fascinating story behind this rare coin that has collectors and enthusiasts buzzing. So, what's the deal with the 1985 Washington quarter? At first glance, it might look just like any other quarter minted in Philadelphia. But here's the kicker. This particular coin is so rare. It has become the holy grail for collectors. The secret lies in its unique error, a rare minting mistake that happened during production. Coins like these were accidentally struck with a double die or have a rare planchet error. That makes them one of a kind. Here's where it gets crazy. In recent years, one of these 1985 quarters was valued at a jaw-dropping $5 million. That's right. What was once just 25 cents turned into a fortune that could buy you a mansion, a sports car, or even both. Why so valuable? It's all about rarity, condition, and the coin's unique history. The coin in question was preserved in pristine condition, graded MS-68 by experts. In the coin world, this means it's almost flawless. Now, here's the big question. Could you have one of these hidden treasures in your pocket change or coin jar? Let me show you what to look for. Check the date. Make sure it's a 1985. Inspect for any unusual errors, like doubling on the text or unusual markings. If you think you've got something special, get it graded by a trusted service like PCGS or NGC. A verified grade could mean the difference between a few dollars and millions. So, could the next coin you find be worth millions? There's only one way to find out. Start checking your change and let us know in the comments if you've ever found a rare coin. And if you love rare coin stories like this, don't forget to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single video. Who knows? Your discovery might be our next topic. Remember, Treasures can be hiding in the most unexpected places. So keep your eyes open. Thanks for watching, and until next time, happy hunting!